Welcome to the fifth and final game of the Play All 5 show match hosted by EGCTV in between BeastyQT and MarineLord. Spawning in the right hand side of the map, we've got MarineLord in the colour red and he's going to be playing the Ottomans today. On the other side of the map, we've got BeastyQT in the colour blue who's also going to be playing the Ottomans. That's right, we've got an Ottoman mirror here on High View, sorry. I was going to say Hill and Dale, but that's not quite the right map. We're on High View right now. And we're going to have to see how this match develops because this is the final game between these two players. Whoever wins this wins the series. So we're definitely going to have to pay attention to build orders here as this is a mirror. But so far it seems pretty similar. We can see here MarineLord is going to be on that gold mine a little bit earlier. Whereas BeastyQT, he's still building that house at the moment, but very similar build orders so far. We'll take a quick look at how many scouts each player's got. MarineLord only with the one scout at the moment. BeastyQT only with the one as well. So very, very similar build orders right now. As the Ottomans, they don't really have much of a crazy build order at the start. They do have the potential to with the military school, providing them 3 units right in the beginning of Age 1. But unfortunately, we've not really been seeing it too much in these show matches between the pro players. It's just such a huge investment at the beginning of the game. Like 250 resources for maybe like a spearman or maybe 1 or 2 spearmen in Age 1. So it's definitely a large investment. That's why we tend to see players tend to stick to the basics here with the one house and the mining camp. But we're definitely going to have to see what age ups we get. Is it going to be both berry bush landmarks? Because they're the only landmarks that we've seen so far. We haven't really seen the gold landmark much at all. Although, in my opinion, I would say the gold trickle landmark is slightly better than the berry bush landmark. So we'll have to see what these two players decide to go for this game. We can hear lots of typing in the chat right now. Definitely talking to each other about something. And now the age up for Beastie is going to be coming through. See MarineLord's clicking up as well. We'll take a look to see what Beastie decides to go up with first. It's going to be the berry bush landmark. Okay. So going with the standard landmark here. And I think it's going to be the same for MarineLord. Yeah, it is. Right next to the berry bush. So this actually works as a drop-off building. It acts like a mill, so you can grab wheelbarrow. You can grab all your economic techs in there for farming, etc. And then you can also use it as a gather point for the berry bushes, which is super nice as well. So that's why we see both players placing it right next to their berry bush. You might be able to put it on top of a deer patch, but I mean the deer patches are quite far away on this map. However, we have seen some other maps where deer spawn like right next to your town center, especially on like maybe Altai. And there's also a couple newer maps which have that same sort of design as well. So both players going to be aging up here at relatively the same time. MarineLord's going to be slightly ahead, and I think BeastyQT has actually completely come off the gold, and I wonder what he's going to be doing. I think it's going to be going on to wood, maybe for a second town center. We have to see. But MarineLord's decided to stay on the gold, and I think that's going to be for an early wheelbarrow. That's what we've been seeing quite a lot of players do. Gathering up enough gold here. So as soon as you age up from the landmark here, you can grab wheelbarrow, and you'll be grabbing that nice early wheelbarrow, which we see quite a lot of civilizations do these days. So we have to see if that is what MarineLord decides to go for. There it is. There it is in the queue. Nice. But BeastyQT not going to be going for that this game, as he's completely taken off all of his villagers off the gold. So I would assume this would be for a second town center. You can see now villagers are going to be moving out onto that stone. So there we go. It is going to be that second town center. But we've also got a stable down from Beastie, which definitely makes sense. He wants to do a little bit of raiding with the Spahi unit. And we have to see what MarineLord can do about that. Does he look to go into Spahi of his own, or does he look to just defend and get his second town center down? It seems like it's going to be the Spahi option for him as well. Beastie's going to be a little bit further ahead. You can see he's already got his Spahi in the queue. But it should be alright for MarineLord. So it seems like MarineLord's not going to be going for that second town center. Otherwise, he probably would have moved. I say that, and he decides to move out right now. So MarineLord's quite a little bit behind here on the stone But he is sending 6 villagers out. We see Beastie over here has got 6 on there as well. So at the moment, it seems like Beastie's ahead just ever so slightly, but that is mainly because of the wheelbarrow. MarineLord's going to have the slight edge here when it comes to maybe in like 5 or so minutes, he might have the advantage because of wheelbarrow. But for now, Beastie's going to have the advantage as he is on the stone a little bit earlier. And this might be bad for MarineLord here. How long away is he from that first Spahi? It's going to be coming out. A villager might be going down here for Beastie. For MarineLord, sorry. And now MarineLord is pulling that Spahi unit. He should be alright. Now we see a barracks coming down from MarineLord as well. Looking to get a couple spearmen out. Definitely nice when you're up against Spahi units like this. Just to get out 1 or 2 spearmen. And that's usually why we see the military school. Lots of players tend to use the military school to get out just a couple spearmen. Instead of investing 150 wood into a barracks, just spend it on a military school because you don't need that many spearmen playing against the Ottomans. You only need a couple up against the Spahi units. That's usually why we see the military school, as it can just produce 1 or 2 and then you can switch it to a completely different unit. But that's not what we're going to be seeing today. MarineLord's going straight for the barracks, and now we see that spearman is out. He should be able to defend this with relative ease, especially if he brings in that other Spahi. We see Beastie doesn't want to take that damage on those units right there. And MarineLord's going to be returning a bit of damage here. That might be a villager going down. If MarineLord uses his fortitude ability, that villager would have gone down earlier. But it seems like he's going to get the kill anyway. Another Spahi coming out from Beastie. Both of them seem to just be spamming them out right now. And the first Vizier point is in for BeastyQT. We're going to have to see which they decide to go for this game. We see the second town center for Beastie. He's going to be going down on the deer patch over here. And that might be a villager going down right there. We see... Is that the fortitude ability? It's hard to tell. I see them glowing. I don't think it is, though. 1 villager for Beastie going down and 2 Spahi going down for MarineLord. Let's have a look, see what they spent their Viziers on. So BeastyQT over here, he spent it on the Mehters drums. Okay, interesting. So he's decided to go for the meta. I mean, it's definitely worth it if you've got a good mass of Spahi. Interesting choice there. So it seems like he's wanting to maybe stick to a bit more of an H2 play here. We see he could have gone for field work, which spawns the 2 imams, or the 8 sheep and increased mining speed. That's not what he's gone for today. And now he's investing into 2 military schools and a blacksmith. We'll have a look back over at MarineLord. He's dropping down that second town center over here on that deer patch as well. And now what has MarineLord gone for his Vizier point? He's gone for the 8 sheep and increased mining speed. So looking to go for a bit more of an economic approach right there. MarineLord's going to be able to catch off a couple more Spahi over here. 1 villager quite injured right there as well. 1 villager also did go down. So we can see here Beastie has placed that blacksmith around these production buildings. They're going to be producing a little bit faster now. Definitely worth investing into that blacksmith, as you can grab your techs from here as well, which is always nice. We see not a lot going on at the moment. BeastyQT just continuing to raid MarineLord. And spearmen are continuing to be produced for MarineLord, just looking to defend these positions with 1 or 2 spearmen. We can see Beastie's second town center over here is quite a way away, and there is a boar over here as well. However, playing the Ottomans, you cannot eat the boar, which is quite unfortunate. It's weird because the Delhi and the Abbasid are the only 2 other civilizations that have that annoying... I wouldn't call it... What would you call it? It's not a bonus. It's a unbonus. A negative. However, they have the extra berries when you place a mill, which unfortunately the Ottomans do not have. So it's a bit of a trade here for the Ottomans. They not only can they not eat the boar, but they don't get the berry bush bonus either, which is definitely a shame. But now we see a 3rd town center for MarineLord coming down onto the 2nd deer patch. So MarineLord going very eco-focused heavy this game. Not only did he decide to go with the 8 sheep and the increased mining speed, but now he's gone for 3 town centers. And now we can see, starting to invest into that infrastructure, going with 1 military school, sorry, 3 town centers. And now we can see, starting to invest into that infrastructure, going with 1 military school, sorry, 3 town centers. And now we can see, starting to invest into that infrastructure, going with 2 military schools and a blacksmith. 2 barracks and a stable, and then the blacksmith to increase up all of those production speeds. Quite a mass of Mehters building for BeastyQT now. He's got some spearmen in there as well. I always think these spearmen look bald. If you look at it from here, they look bald, but I think it's their little hats. MarineLord. What unit composition is he going to be looking to go into? We can see he's got Mehters selected here at the military school. It's probably a good idea getting those out. They help a lot. I think these are kind of underrated. We see quite a few high-level players starting to use them a little bit more. We can see here BeastyQT's got the nearby units plus 15% attack, which definitely adds up, especially when you got a good mass of Spahi. And also you can change the meta. I think this one's my favorite one. The ranged defense increases nearby units range armor by +1. I feel like that's huge, especially when you're raiding like this. Having that one on right now, you would be reducing that damage coming from the town center significantly. But it seems like BeastyQT is going to be going for a bit of a... I would be surprised if we didn't see... We do already have it in. Siege engineering is in, so we are going to be seeing a bit of a push onto these second town centers for Beastie. And now MarineLord's going to be pushing forwards. He's got the upgrades on these spearmen. BeastyQT still yet to grab that upgrade. He definitely needs to upgrade it, especially as we've got so much spearmen on the battlefield for both players here. No upgrades yet in for MarineLord in the blacksmith. It seems like both players are going to be sticking to H2 here. Beastie's still got those Spahi at the back of the base. And he's really just building up a mass right now. And now he's grabbed the 2 imams. So Beastie spent his second vizier point on the field work, spawns 2 imams, and imams now heal nearby units for 1 health every second. It's a huge upgrade right that for the imams, because every unit around it slowly heals up, and they can still heal individual units at the same time, which is pretty huge. So we're gonna have to see what MarineLord spends his vizier points on. So it seems like he went for the meta there. Yeah, there it is, the meta drums, which is interesting because he's also producing metas from the military school, and you only need 1 of these nearby. They do not stack. So I'm quite surprised to see that right there. I would have gone for the field work if I were MarineLord, as you do have another meta coming out right there. However, the only thing you do get extra with the meta drums is that units with the same formation, movement speeds increased by plus 15%, which is very, very nice. However, I feel like the imams would be really good in this position, especially with that, the area of effect heal. But we can see here, Beastie's starting to mass up those rams. He's got 1 out so far. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more. And look at the units coming out right now. We've got quite a lot of archers coming out from Beastie. He's got his two military schools selected to that, and he's got 3 archery ranges up as well. Beastie really looking to go in all H2 right here. So if MarineLord can hold this, he'll be in a very good spot, as he is on 3 town centers. We'll take a look at the villager count. 66 for MarineLord compared to the 56 for Beastie. And MarineLord did go for that eco tech as well with the vizier, the 8 sheep, and the mining speed increase. So MarineLord's going to be in a great spot if he can manage to hold this out. But this mass for BeastyQT is looking pretty huge, and it's only increasing by the second. MarineLord's got quite a massive archers though. They seem to come out of nowhere. And now the rams are going to be going down here. The first one's, I think that one will be going down. Beastie's got a ton of archers here. MarineLord doesn't really have that much of an answer to it. He's got archers of himself, but he doesn't have many Spahi. Ram's going to be hitting on that town center. The town center fire is going to be really helping out here for MarineLord. Maybe it's a bit of an overextension here for Beastie. He's going to be losing a lot here. He's got not a lot of spearmen here to deal with. A couple Spahi coming out from a MarineLord, and quite a lot of Spahi are making their way onto the battlefield now. Spearmen are going to be here for MarineLord, dealing with the Spahi coming from Beastie, and the archers are just going to be on the backline as well. The meta's gone down for BeastyQT. We still have 2 metas here for MarineLord. That plus 15% really coming in handy right now. And it seems like MarineLord has managed to hold for the time being. And not losing any villagers, it seems. Definitely that town center fire seemed to really help out right there. and the Mehters. The Mehters doing a really, really nice job right there. We can really see the difference that they made. So we're going to have to see what Beastie decides to go for now, because he's still on 2 town centers. We see here, 1 here and 1 in the south, while MarineLord still sits on the 3. And now we've got some text coming in from MarineLord in the blacksmith. He didn't have any of these before. We see MarineLord, BeastyQT, sorry, is also having the same idea. And Beastie's really committing to H2 right now. Have a look at this. 3 stables, 3 archery ranges, a barracks, and 2 military schools. We also see Beastie's going to be trying to do a little bit of raiding here. But MarineLord's going to catch them off guard. He's got the 2 Mehters here as well. And these are quite injured. I'm surprised MarineLord doesn't decide to... Did he not spot them? I think he may have misclicked there. And now Beastie, he might be able to get a villager kill here if he's lucky. Decides to pull away though. He doesn't want to lose these Spahi units. And look at this mass growing again for Beastie. Going for primarily archers, which is interesting. He definitely needs some more spearmen in the mix, I feel, because still Spahi coming out of the military schools, and he's only got 1 barracks down. Definitely feel like he needs another barracks at this point. Because look at this massive Spahi for MarineLord. He's got a ton of... MarineLord's mass is looking really good here. I feel like the economy is starting to pay off right now. Has Beastie got in his eco upgrades? Doesn't he even have a wheelbarrow in? Okay, so MarineLord's economy right now is absolutely booming. And I feel like it's a little bit late now for BeastyQT to try and push the base. MarineLord is going to be falling back here. Oh, he's going to be pushing back in. Hardly any spearmen here for BeastyQT. And look at the Spahi numbers coming in now. BeastyQT has a decent mass of Spahi right there, but there's so many spearmen out for MarineLord as well. Those Spahi aren't going to be doing too much. And the Spahi from MarineLord are going to be able to target down those archers really well. Archers on the back line as well, just cleaning up any spearmen that remain for Beastie. And this is looking devastating for Beastie. Not looking good for him at all. He's still got the Meta alive. I'm surprised MarineLord doesn't target that down. Minus 15% attack speed if you shoot that. There we go. It goes down. No Metas on the battlefield for either players right here. And I think he's typing. GG gets called. Beastie realizes that he cannot come back. His economy's way too far behind. And he loses that fight right there. Well, there you guys have it. MarineLord takes the series 3-2. In this show match featuring the Malians and the Ottomans. If you did enjoy this, please do feel free to leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.